Welcome to Movie Buff Review. Today, we're exploring the iconic Jackie Chan movie, Project A, set in a vibrant and pirate-infested Hong Kong. If you love action, comedy, and a touch of vintage flair, this film is a must-watch. The story kicks off with the infamous pirate San Pao terrorizing the seas, causing chaos for international traders and bringing Hong Kong's economy to its knees. In response, the government forms the Coast Guard and launches Project A to take down these maritime menaces. However, things don't go as smoothly as planned, and despite their best efforts, the Coast Guard keeps missing their mark, which leads to some serious budget problems and a rivalry with the land police. Enter our hero, Sergeant Dragon Ma, portrayed by Jackie Chan. Dragon Ma is not just your average officer, he's a fearless and exceptionally skilled martial artist. One night, Dragon Ma and his team are having a morale-boosting drink at a local bar. They're feeling good about their upcoming mission and their camaraderie is at an all-time high. But the atmosphere changes when Inspector Susu, a cocky land police officer with a chip on his shoulder, walks in. Susu, thinking he's better than the Coast Guard, decides to provoke Dragon Ma. What follows is one of the most hilarious and action-packed scenes in the movie. Dragon Ma, ever the master of martial arts and physical comedy, swiftly turns the tables on Inspector Susu. The climax? Dragon Ma, in a moment of comic genius, humiliates Susu by pulling down his pants, leaving everyone in the bar laughing. It's a perfect blend of Jackie Chan's signature fight choreography and comedic timing, making this scene unforgettable. As the intense bar fight continues, both the Coast Guard and land police are locked in a heated brawl, refusing to back down. The chaos only ends when a high-ranking official steps in and orders an immediate ceasefire. This official is the naval commander's superior, who then meets with the commissioner of police. The commissioner, acknowledging the involvement of his own nephew in the scuffle, reluctantly agrees to release all Coast Guard members so they can proceed with Project A to eliminate the pirate threat. However, just as the Coast Guard is preparing to set sail, disaster strikes. 2 out of their 5 submarines explode due to pre-existing damage. With their fleet diminished and manpower short, the Coast Guard is forced to merge with the land police. This sudden restructuring also sees Dragon Ma's superior reassigned, leaving the newly formed team to undergo rigorous training. They must quickly adapt to become the most elite special unit in Hong Kong's police history, ready to take on the pirates with renewed determination and skill. Under the command of the despised new captain, Inspector Susu, the former Coast Guard members endure a series of petty punishments as part of his personal vendetta. Susu takes every opportunity to discipline them for minor infractions. One night, he wakes them all up, making them think it's an emergency, only to punish them for oversleeping by forcing them into a bizarre group bathroom trip, using one member's kidney condition as an excuse. The absurdities continue with ridiculous training exercises. The team is allowed only 10 seconds to shower, barely enough time to lather up before being ordered out, while Susu enjoys a full 45 seconds. During a grenade training session, Susu demonstrates with a fake grenade, but the team pranks him by swapping it with a real one. They set him up to experience the reality of an actual grenade, teaching him an unforgettable lesson. Unexpectedly, Inspector Susu throws the real grenade back at them, causing a chaotic situation, truly a case of what goes around, comes around. Meanwhile, Mr. Chu, a retired police officer, is hiding a wanted criminal and planning to help him escape abroad. Mr. Chu is also involved in a shady deal with the pirates, who want to purchase 100 police rifles. Knowing that the government is about to engage in a firearms transaction with the British, Mr. Chu instructs his henchmen, including a thug played by Sammo Hung, to intercept the shipment. Later, the police discover that the wanted criminal is hiding at a VIP club owned by Mr. Chu. Taking matters into their own hands, Dragon Ma and his captain decide to disguise themselves and infiltrate the club, armed with a fake arrest warrant. Despite not intending to fight, the situation escalates after the team captain is assaulted. The team, including Dragon Ma, takes matters into their own hands and causes a scene at a restaurant. This leads to their commander being summoned by Mr. Chu, a retired officer, due to their unauthorized actions. The commander disapproves of their conduct, suspecting that there might be a collusion between him and Mr. Chu in illegal activities. Dragon Ma refuses to apologize, determined to capture the criminal at any cost. This leads to a confrontation where the suspect is severely beaten and handed over to higher authorities. Dragon Ma boldly takes responsibility, saying, "I'll take the blame for the consequences," and then walks out, marking his final act as an officer in the Hong Kong police force. While walking down the street, feeling disillusioned by the corruption and bribery within the police force, Dragon Ma meets Sammo, who reveals that a senior police official is involved in smuggling weapons to the pirates. Sammo, knowing all the details of the deal, persuades Dragon Ma to join the operation to intercept the arms shipment. However, Samo's real intention is to steal the weapons to sell to the pirates himself. During the night, Dragon Ma and Samo infiltrate the location, only to discover that the mastermind behind the smuggling operation is none other than the head of the land police. The two then disrupt the illegal transaction. After successfully seizing the boat, they give the captain a chance to survive by placing him on a lifeboat and pushing him into the water. Next, they push others overboard and take control of the ship. Samo then hides the guns inside a wooden crate, marking it with a red flag. He tells Dragon Ma that they will sell the guns to the Hong Kong government to start a revolution. However, Samo secretly plans to sell the weapons to gangsters and pirates. Unbeknownst to Samo, Dragon Ma overhears his plans and intervenes by removing the flag from the crate with the guns and attaching numerous flags to other crates. When Samo arrives with the pirates, he finds himself unable to locate the correct crate and gets beaten by the pirates for lying. Meanwhile, the naval commander, informed by Dragon Ma about the location of the hidden weapons, orders the area to be cordoned off and instructs his men to find the unmarked wooden crate. The commander's daughter reveals to Dragon Ma that the guns are actually provided by the Hong Kong government with military support. Realizing he has been deceived by Samo, Dragon Ma confronts him, leading Samo to accuse Dragon Ma of betrayal for the sake of a woman. As Samo is being pursued by the gangsters, he blames Dragon Ma for stealing the guns. In the ensuing chaos, Dragon Ma and the girl are captured and held by the pirates. Dragon Ma and Samo pretend to argue to distract the armed thug, allowing Samo to resist and free all three of them. However, having to drag along a rich heiress proves cumbersome for Dragon Ma, as she can neither run nor jump effectively. Dragon Ma finds himself having to protect her while also trying to escape. They end up running into a patrol car driven by the squad leader, who tries to arrest Dragon Ma for disorderly conduct and abandoning his post. However, Dragon Ma, who has a key to the station, escapes, creating difficulties for the squad leader to catch him. As Dragon Ma continues to evade capture, he finds himself in increasingly dire situations, constantly pursued by various groups. Eventually, he and Samo reunite at a restaurant, where they coordinate a successful takedown of the gangsters. Just when they think they are safe, they are surrounded again. Dragon Ma spots the green uniforms of the police in the distance and feels relieved, thinking reinforcements have arrived. However, the situation takes a turn when the police recognize Samo's voice, identifying him as one of the men involved in the gun theft from the previous night. The commander handcuffs Dragon Ma and chases after Samo. Despite Dragon Ma's pleas to be taken to the station, he is captured by the pirates and pressured to reveal the location of the hidden guns. Refusing to cooperate, Dragon Ma fights back and narrowly escapes being shot, thanks to a timely intervention by the squad leader. Initially, Dragon Ma and Samo clashed like cats and dogs, but they eventually became good comrades. Samo, unable to bear his own weight, fell to the ground without anyone to support him. Angered by the loss of their weapons, the pirates attacked a British ship, taking everyone on board hostage, including the admiral. Later, Dragon Ma overhears a conversation between Mr. Chu and the admiral, where Mr. Chu proposes exchanging 100 rifles for the hostages. After Mr. Chu leaves, Dragon Ma confronts the admiral, convincing him that arming the triads and pirates would only worsen the situation. He argues that the corrupt police force and criminals with more weapons would harm innocent civilians both materially and psychologically. Assuring the admiral that he will take full responsibility for the hostage rescue operation, Dragon Ma is allowed to restore the Coast Guard, reclaiming his position as captain. The sight of the Coast Guard flag being raised again brings tears to the admiral's eyes as Dragon Ma leads his team to continue Projecta. In a clever plan, they use the admiral's daughter to lure Mr. Chu, exploiting his weakness for women. Mr. Chu is tricked and captured, and under interrogation, he reveals the location of the pirate hideout. Disguised as Mr. Chu, Dragon Ma boards a ship heading to the pirates' hideout, with the rest of the team trailing the vessel. Upon arrival, Dragon Ma is surprised to find Samo already infiltrated among the pirates. However, negotiations for the hostages fail, and Dragon Ma is asked to rest while the negotiations continue. Observing the prison's location, he is relieved to see the admiral is safe. That night, reinforcements led by the land police captain arrive and position themselves around the hideout. Dragon Ma joins them, and together they storm the prison, freeing the hostages. Meanwhile, the pirates are celebrating their leader's birthday with a grand party, oblivious to the police operation. Dragon Ma is dragged into being the referee for an arm wrestling match among the pirates. While they are distracted, the police successfully evacuate all the hostages and silently withdraw. Outside, Samo was loading crates of weapons onto a boat, preparing to escape, when he spotted a pirate who had previously met the real Mr. Chu. Realizing that Dragon Ma was in danger, Samo rushed back to help, but was mistaken for a pirate by the police and got beaten. Once the misunderstanding was cleared up, Samo and the police rushed inside to assist Dragon Ma. The pirate, upon seeing his leader, tried to expose Dragon Ma as an imposter. However, before he could speak, Dragon Ma gagged him, preventing him from revealing the truth. Samo, now in a race against time, alerted everyone that the police had the hideout surrounded. The quick-thinking Dragon Ma blamed the newly released pirate for betraying them, which led to chaos among the criminals. The leader, desperate to prove his innocence, rushed towards the police and was shot. This caused confusion among the pirates, who were now surrounded and under attack. Realizing they were cornered, the pirate leader ordered his men to launch an all-out attack on the police. The ensuing battle was intense, with the pirates attempting to break through the police lines. However, the tide turned when the police, aided by Samo, overwhelmed the pirates. At a critical moment, Dragon Ma saved Samo, who was trapped as a bomb was about to go off, pulling him to safety just in time. The successful completion of Project A saw the pirates defeated and captured. As they prepared to return to land, Dragon Ma and his team found themselves stranded for 3 days due to their unfamiliarity with the navigation equipment, as the Navy had no experience with non-combat vessels. They ended up using improvised paddles to row the raft back, with some members swimming alongside to guide it. As the credits roll on Project A, we're left with a mix of laughter and admiration for Jackie Chan's daring stunts and the film's clever storytelling. But don't go just yet. If you're a fan of behind-the-scenes stories, thrilling action, and comedic moments, we've got plenty more coming your way. And share exclusive insights you won't find anywhere else. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you don't